this introduces us to a new setup for our party. Some new rules that we have to follow. This is actually really good placing for this because it introduces you to this concept very early in the game so that if you do screw it up, you don't have to worry about going too far to repair the breach. So the first thing, evil characters and good characters don't get along. Duh. Yeah, nobody saw that coming. In Baldur's Gate 1, this is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, the bickering back and forth can sometimes be fun and enjoyable. In Baldur's Gate 2, it is poison to your party. You will get your party completely and totally wrecked if you try to force good characters and evil characters to stay together for too long. So, at any given point, you need to choose who's going to be in your party. Whether or not you're going to go with mostly good characters and some neutral characters, or whether or not you're going to go with mostly evil characters and some neutral characters. This is one of the reasons why I chose a neutral character, because this means that I can go either way. At any point, I can dump some of my characters off, and then go pick up some other characters and go adventuring with them. I'm not going to do that a lot, at least not until Baldur's Gate 2, when we get all of the amazing NPC quests. But it is something to keep in mind. The second thing, Zara and Monturon want to go to Nashkel. They really want to go to Nashkel. Now, they have given me a little bit of leeway in that I can go to the Friendly Iron Men. I believe in game terms that translates to a little bit of time on the clock. But basically, after so many days, and I believe it's 10, the characters will start groaning at you if you have not completed the quest that they have set you on. In this case, it is to talk to Baron Gatskill in Nashkel. If you continue to have them in your party and do not complete their quest, they will leave. For good. So if you have party members you want to keep, you need to make sure you get their quests done. It should also be noted that if you disband them, so in other words, you pick them up and then you drop them off somewhere else, the clock does not stop. So if I disband them and then I don't go to Nashkel within the time limit and talk to Baron Getskill, and then I talk to them again and get them to join my party, they will join my party and then immediately abandon it. For good. Now we have a question. Does the switching up party members offer better XP or questing opportunities? In this game, with Enhanced Edition content, there are some questing opportunities that will open up when we change out certain party members. Namely, the new party members, Dornil Khan, I can't remember, it's like Nerys or something like that, Nira, Dornil Khan, Nira, and Rasid. They each have quests that they want to do. And that opens up additional content by having them in your party for a long enough time. Everyone else, once they've given you the quest, you can totally complete the quest without them. Like, I can totally go talk to Baron Gatskill without having Zara and Monturon in my party, and I still get the reward. And then later I can just go back and get Zara and Monturon if I want. And now, final dynamic before we get back to the playthrough. They are a pair. I picked them up at the same time, and they will leave at the same time. There are a couple of ways to cheat this. The first is if I don't want someone, like, say, an annoying, whiny necromancer, I can get him killed. I can, take off all of his gear, walk him up into a crowd of black bears, let the black bears maul him, and Monturon will not care. He will not even pine or shed a tear over the loss of his compatriot. What can you say? He is evil. If I feel like being more humane, though, I can just find a house that I have no intention on going into ever again, disband Czar by himself in the house, and then just make sure to never go in and let Czar talk to me. Because as long as Czar doesn't talk to me, Monteron will not leave. So you can get around the fact that some party members are linked. For now, it's just nice to have more warm bodies in the party. So, with that out of the way, let's go to do some questing. We're probably going to see more gibberlings down here. Gibberlings, by the way, are kind of baby's first aberration of the Forgotten Realms. They are in many ways very, very similar to a goblin or a kobold, only they are aberration type instead of a humanoid. Let's pull up our map. I just went right under it. You know what, we're going to do this the easy way. Oh wow, I don't have the autopause on. Alright, we'll go into that real quick. First, let's kill the wolf.
Something if I must.
That's a dire wolf. Wow, what's he doing in this area?
Be good. Yes?
I'm gonna get Czar out of the way. I was not intending on feeding him to any wild animals. See what I mean, Whiny?
You're a queer fellow.
And I'm just going to leave Czar alone and let everybody else take care of this thing. And there it goes.
I stand ready.
That was actually quite a bit more XP than I was hoping to get right now. And I actually mean that literally. You're probably like, why would you not want to get more XP? Oh yeah, before I forget, let's go into the option menu real quick. So this game uses strategic combat. And it has, as I said, this pause time system, whereas time currently runs normally at any given point until you hit the spacebar. Now you can change the options up so that it will pause a lot more often. And here are the options for what you can do, and most of them are self-explanatory. The big ones I am concerned about are when my weapon is not usable, when my target is destroyed, when I see an enemy, when I find a trap, and I also like to have the spell casts pause on. You might want to have character injured as well, but if you go with character hit or character attacked, it's going to be pausing a lot. We're talking about the ogre with the girdle fetish. Yay. I love the fact that there are people who actually know like all of this stuff. But then again, most of my friends are roughly my age, so. And we loot the body. Then, and we can loot their bodies too. And pick up some nice gear to help get our growing party a little bit of a start. So Imoen does not currently have any armor. She can use the leather armor without much penalty. Now, you know, I'm not going to identify this, but I already know what it is. Unlike some other games, other RPGs, you do not need to identify items to know to use them. You get the full benefit, basically, of any items that you find. I also love the fact that, you know, kind of like hinting at it, in the enhanced edition here, Imoen can now use that wand. As opposed to before, she just mysteriously had a wand on her. I don't particularly care about either of those spells, so I'm not going to teach them to my main character. And again, I don't care about Infravision either. We will sort things a bit, though, by having Zar hold on to our spells for the time being. We'll take the bow, give it to Monteron, and we'll take one of my stacks of arrows, also give it to Monteron, and we'll give the other stack to Imoen, because she's going to be doing a lot of shooting. That's pretty much all she's going to be doing, other than detecting traps. Hey guys, it's Divine Erdrick. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more content coming soon. You can also follow me at twitch.tv/derdrick or on Twitter at Divine Erdrick. Thanks again.